3 people have been murdered in rural Virginia. The most recent being a local, a man named Timothy Chalamet. His wife said that she found him right after waking up.
Ankles? He couldn't have been there long. 1-2 hours at most.
The wife claims she woke up at 9:30, but our victim was killed at 7:30 a.m. Our unsub got in and out of there in 2 hours without waking the wife up? Lucky bastard.
No, calculating bastard. This unsub is methodical and precise. The only way we'll catch him is if he makes a mistake.
We'll debrief more on the jet. Wheels up in 30.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. William Shakespeare.
All 3 victims were found in the freezer, inverted and suspended, and we can tell based on the ligature marks that it was done post-mortem. Seems like a lot of effort to lift and flip the body once it's already dead. Our unsub's gotta be a bulky guy to carry all that dead weight.
But CSI found a step stool near the freezer, meaning that our unsub wasn't tall enough to hang the body on his own.
He's small but strong. So, what, our unsub looks like a barrel?
Well, looking at the muscle definition, Mr. Chalamet can't be more than 170 pounds. 200 at the very most. A 200-pound man has a gravitational force of about 889 newtons, meaning that in order to lift that much weight with a constant force, our unsub would have to exert a force with a magnitude of 890 newtons.
So what are you saying, kid?
I'm saying either this unsub is incredibly strong, or he's got enough rage to exert 200 pounds of force on a whim. That's like deadlifting a giant panda.
Let's catch this SOB before he strikes again.
When we land, Kent is Forgan Thief. You go to the crime scene. Gigi, Botch, and I will head to the police department and get set up.
Rockingham police are already on the scene. They'll meet you there.
Hi, I'm Deputy Popotnik. Nice to meet y'all.
I'm Agent Kentis, and these are Special Agents Forgan and Thief.
Wish I could say we were meeting under happier circumstances. This is the 3rd in a series of murders, and we've come up totally empty. Got my boys scratching their heads.
Is the victim's wife still here?
Yeah, she's in the front room. She's still pretty shook up, but I'm sure she'd be willing to talk to y'all. Come on with me.
Mrs. Chalamet? I'm Special Agent Theed and Special Agent Forgan. Do you mind if we ask you some questions?
Of course.
Ma'am, do you ever leave your front door open?
You can try it. It's always locked. Well, shoot.
So the unsub came in through the front door and went up the stairs to the bedroom. Takes out the primary target first, the husband. Silences him before the wife can hear him scream. There's no blood trail, so we know he didn't drag the body. He must have carried it.
If the unsub carried the victim downstairs, that's at least 400 pounds of weight on a single stair at a time.
This is an old house. Wouldn't someone that heavy make the floorboards creak?
That's the thing. He could have possibly made it out of here silently.
Unless?
He was barefoot. We need to deliver the profile. All right, we've briefed the police, but let's break it down. What do we know?
This guy's weird, Botch. From what we can tell at the scene, he's under 5 feet, at least 200 pounds, and has a thing against shoes.
It's not unheard of. Jerry Brudos was the shoe fetish slayer. It could have swung the other way.
But what if the shoes aren't important? What if he's typically shoeless, a nature type?
You're right. We might be looking for someone off the grid. Someone who lives in the wilderness, familiar with the territory. Makes sense.
But with the height, he wouldn't go far. He knows he can't run, so we'd find somewhere to hide. Hey, baby girl. Can you do me a favor?
Anything for you, hot stuff.
Can you give me a list of all the men under 5 feet living within 5 miles of the triangulated kill zone?
On it, sweetness. There are 7 men under 5 feet living in the Rockingham County area. 4 of them have criminal records: a DUI, tax evasion, solicitation, forgery.
Garcia, were any of them adopted? He let the wife live. That can't be a coincidence. Family destruction plays a role in this.
He's living out a fantasy of control, forcing the survivors to live through a broken family like he did.
Feed, there are. 3, actually. All 3 adopted before the age of 1.
Age 1 is too young to develop a sense of abandonment from the mother. We're close, but it's got to be something else.
Keep digging. There's got to be something in that scene that points us in the right direction.
Guys, someone just called in an anonymous tip.
Garcia, do we have an address?
675 Roundabout Road. Sending directions to your phones now.
Door's locked.
Kentis, try and pick the lock.
There's no time for that!
What are you doing? Someone's gonna have to pay for that!
Ma'am, we got a tip regarding a series of murders.
Ma'am, where is Anton Shiflett? Anton? He wouldn't hurt a fly. That's not what we're worried about, ma'am. The tip came from Anton.
Hey, boss. You may want to take a look at this.
The tip came from Anton Shiflett, 32, both a connection and a witness to the crime. Garcia, play the clip, please.
Yeah, give me just a sec.
Hey, the police said to call y'all if we see anything suspicious, and it might not be big, but my neighbor just snuck out, and it looks like he's trying to break into the house across the street. I think he might be... Oh, shit. Oh my god, he just turned around. Shit, I think he just heard me. Oh my god. He sees me. He sees me. Please get here fast. Holy shit! Holy shit! Ah!
The landlady said the neighbor in question was a Bartholomew Britt. He fled the scene before we got there. The landlady was asleep.
Okay, so we have our guy. Now, how do we find him?
Well, this victim was different. He wasn't killed with the precision of the others. He was just slaughtered. He wasn't hung and frozen either. We knew that freezing was an important part of the MO. Kept the memory of the deceased loved one metaphorically preserved.
I don't get it then. Why just abandon his methods?
He's devolving. It's getting hard for him to maintain the psychotic fantasy and his secrecy at the same time.
And now that he's been caught, he'll escalate. We need to find him before he strikes again.
How?
We need to go back to where it all started.
So, you were Bartholomew's adopted family?
Yeah, but we always just called him Bart.
Bart. So what was Bart's home life like? Can you tell us about any women in his life?
Well, me, obviously. I think I was always pretty nice to him, given the circumstances.
The circumstances?
Well, he started having accidents and getting really aggressive and all of that. I had to protect the rest of the family.
And when did this behavior begin?
Well, I guess it's when our Blueberry died. She was our princess. And when she died, the boys couldn't decide who was in charge anymore. And they just started duking it out. And we just had to get him out of the house. We just didn't feel safe anymore.
Bart wasn't able to adapt to the new family dynamic because he couldn't let go of the old one. He felt lost, rejected, without an identity, and now he wants others to feel it too.
Mrs. Britt, where is Blueberry buried?
Well, looks like this is it. She must have been small. This grave can't be more than 2-3 feet deep. These flowers still look fresh. Someone must have been here in the last week or two. They can't be older than that. Dandelions. Huh.
Hey, Kentis, come look at this. Looks like these killings weren't sparks.
Feed. Call Botch. We're not letting him go this time.
Hey! Put the knife down now!
Bart, I do not want to have to shoot you.
Wait!
Hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on
You don't need a gun to kill someone.
the
It helps.
only thing that's real.
Judith Butler once said, "I will write to every colleague in your field explaining the horrible scam you have committed. Please accept the fact that you have painted yourself into a corner and that you have to leave promptly and with an apology. Your itinerary of self-destruction is a stellar one."